Hiring a bad developer is the most expensive mistake a non-tech founder can make. And the only solution is to get rid of them ASAP. Here are 8 signs you need to fire your developers now. Say it's 2 months into development and you feel like your developers is kind of shit. But you're not 100% sure, so you talk to them about it. Hey developer, are you What? I'm not I'm great. I'm the best developer in the world, baby. Oh, okay. Carry on then. Don't call me baby. And then at the end of the project comes the M. Night Shyamalan twist. They were shit. That's how my team and I got hired to take over from previous developers over the years. Any developer who's been in the game for a while has had to take over a project gone bad. Because the first team made a poo-poo app. And sometimes we go in and we look at poo-poo and we're like, just need a bit of tissue paper. And sometimes there's just too much poo-poo and we gotta flush it down the toilet. In all cases, my clients would have lost way less if they had replaced their developers sooner. Or watch my video on how not to hire bad developers in the first place. If you're in this situation, let me save you time, money, and heartache. Here are 8 signs you need to channel your inner Donald Trump and say,
"We will make America great again."
Sorry, I meant this one.
But I think you're fired.
Please subscribe and leave a like to help make this channel great again. I've arranged 8 signs from smallest to biggest to manipulate your feeble minds into watching till the end. Let's begin. Sign number 1. No feedback on potential design improvements. I guess it depends on what kind of developer you were looking for. If you were looking for the I say jump, you say how high kind of developer, and you know what you need and what you don't need, then sure. But if you have told the developer you are looking to them for advice and to push back when there's something they don't agree with, or if there's a better way to do it, then there's just no way they will have nothing to say. It sounds like the developer equivalent of a one-night stand. They try to finish projects with clients as soon as possible so they can move on to the next one. If they push back, the client asks why, and now they gotta explain stuff. It costs time and effort that they can't really bill for. So better to keep their mouth shut and fulfill all the requests, even if it means the project is about to drive off a cliff. Sign number 2. Deviations from designs. Remember that episode in SpongeBob where he and Squidward tried to draw a circle? If their proposed design mockup looks perfect like this, but in practice, the app prototype looks like this, and it happens consistently with different design elements, the font isn't the same, the image are different, and sometimes the whole layout you agreed on has been changed. This tells you the developer doesn't pay attention to details as a team and their internal quality control sucks. And if you can see these mistakes, they are bound to be more serious mistakes that are invisible to you until sign number 3, tons of bugs. There are no such thing as bug-free software. And if your app is 90% bugs and 10% app, that's gonna be a problem. If new features consistently introduce bugs that disrupt previous features, what kind of debugging are they doing? Sounds like they are just slapping temporary solutions on top of temporary solutions. And it could be poor code, but it could be they didn't plan how to introduce features properly. And in the future, when there's a problem and they fix it, their fix could cause another problem. So they fix that, leading to another problem. So you're forever paying them to fix problems that they caused. You know what? I actually think that's not a bad business model. But you know, not very ethical. You know what is ethical? My team and I at Upside Studio help non-technical entrepreneurs grow past $5 to $10 million in annual revenue with custom software. We've worked with over 30 leading brands across industries. These businesses were stuck where no ready-made solution on the market solved their problem. To continue growing, they had to make their own solution. If your business is also currently stuck at this 5 to 10 million level and you want to explore custom solutions, let me help. There's a link in the description to sign up for a free, no strings attached strategy session. We'll dissect your current constraint together and you get an honest opinion about whether custom software is your answer. And if yes, we decide if we can work together. If it's not, you just save yourself from a very big investment with no ROI. Apply through the link and we'll be in touch. I'm only taking 3 of these calls per month and it's first come, first serve. So if you want to work with me, apply now. Back to the video. Sign number 4, poor syncing between app and website. I'll give you some situations. Let's say a user updates their profile, or logs an activity, or reads a message on your mobile app, but it doesn't get reflected on your website. Or maybe instead of happening basically instantly, there's a delay. And your developer is like, damn, what a mystery. That's no mystery. Whenever you have issues with syncing between an app and a website, it's almost always just poorly written code on fetching the data from the app. And if your developer can't fix it, are they really a developer? Sign number 5, really bad website performance. Laggy, saggy, and a code base looking like Maggie. Your website moves like your grandfather's digestive system. It stinks. And you are like,
hurry up, Grandpa.
And he's like,
sorry, this is as fast as I can go.
So you're like,
time to meet Grandma again.
And then you
I say push her down the stairs.
Push it down the stairs. Push it down the stairs.
I don't know how I got here, but point is, if the website your developer built is really slow or has lots of layout issues, they probably don't know what they're doing. Time to push them down the stairs. Sign number 6, outsourcing without asking you. Okay, we're starting to get into the big signs here. There have been times when clients come to me because the agency they hired another agency to do some of the work without asking. And now the client is getting billed for work done by the second agency. If the client doesn't want to pay, the first agency, the one they hired, doesn't want to continue since now they won't make any money. Why would the developer do this? Sometimes they suddenly realize they need more manpower. But more often, they have to outsource for more specialized areas of app development that they can't do themselves. But they never disclose this during initial discussions. Just slip their mind. In addition to being unprofessional, it makes total cost go way beyond the initial estimate. Developers are the biggest cost in development. So 2 possibilities here. 1, the developer you hired either fucked up and wants you to pay for their mistake. Number 2, they knew all along and intentionally lowballed you. Because they thought halfway through the project, you're just gonna pay to get it done. Those of you who want to integrate AI, be careful. When something trendy, a lot of people start doing it before they know how to do it properly. Sign number 7, consistently missing deadlines for no good reason. To me, deadlines in software development must have flexibility. Just like with bugs, right? You can't expect it to be bug-free. You can't expect all deadlines to be set in stone and followed down to the last second. But when 90% of the deadlines are being missed and there's always a good reason, always be careful. People get good at what they practice. So if your developer always has a legitimate explanation for missing deadlines, they probably have a lot of practice missing deadlines. And even if it's all genuine, at a certain point, your app or SaaS needs to get built. And now, the biggest sign of all. Sign number 8, making changes to the app without checking. Sign number 1 at the start of this list was developers who never voice concerns. Even when they see a client is making a terrible choice, they just do as they are asked. Sign number 8 is when a developer also doesn't voice their concern. They just do whatever they see fit. Sometimes you agree on what to do and they do something else. More often, they won't even discuss things with you first. And the only time you learn about it is when it's already deployed and live. You ask them why, they'll say it's better this way. And what they're really saying is they know better, so shut the f up. There will be some of you who think,
oh, what's so wrong about that? They do know more than me.
Are they a CTO with, say, a business direction? If not, you're paying them to work for you. An expert employee is still an employee. An expert consultant is still a consultant. They advise, you decide, they execute. There's room for them to voice concerns, but that's the flow that should always be followed. Otherwise, eventually, they will make a decision that doesn't align with your vision at all, and they will still bill you for it. If this happens at your next weekly progress update, Donald Trump your developers. Guys, prevention is better than cure. The best way to avoid firing a crap tier developer is to avoid hiring one in the first place. Check out my video on 6 important questions to ask during the developer hiring process to weed out bad developers. And if you want to sign up for that call with me, I welcome any of those questions. Please subscribe, leave a like, and let me know what are your worst experience working with developers. Thanks guys, see you in the next video.